Alright, so we're back with the only game that provides detailed explanations on exactly how the human race turns into exploding meat popsicles whenever something passes by at 1 billion times light speed. It's Universe Sandbox 2. This is the Earth, which I have momentarily renamed to Dennis. In a new update to Universe Sandbox 2, you can now see even more detailed explanations of all the destruction that is killing the entirety of the human populace, such as vapor, water depth, and ice thickness. One of my other favorites, elevation. Typically when I throw stuff at the Earth, it usually, immediately turns into a burning piece of rubble. But today, things are going to be different, goddammit. Today, much like as if the Earth wanted to take a stroll in downtown Trenton, New Jersey, I will have various astral bodies rub up against it and take its wallet. And by wallet, I mean a lot of its mass. I want to see how badly we can scar the Earth by making stuff move just barely past it, just the tip, going multitudes of light speed. Now, before we begin, we have to have a baseline, as we often do. I call it a baseline, but Dennis is just like, you just like torturing me, don't you? Yes, I do. That is what we do here. Here is a small moon. This should work well. I like to start things off, fairly moderately by flinging something at only 1 light speed, just so that we understand what kind of damage we're dealing with to this particular environment. Gotta aim for Florida whenever you can. Now, there is the potential that this immediately evaporates the Earth, but if it doesn't, I do want to see exactly what the hell happens to the topography. I'm pretty sure that we're gonna hit pretty close to, yep. See right here? Notice how the normal surface elevation of the Earth is, around 7 kilometers. But right where Florida is, it's 0. This is actually pretty relevant because over here it's so goddamn flat that if it rains like 8 inches, it's a flood. I'm kind of impressed that we're not even trying yet, and we already have a maximum temperature on Dennis of, 400 million degrees Celsius. The temperature is actually very focused. If you notice in the middle here, it's totally, well, it's not normal. It's negative 273 degrees Celsius. But right outside of that, you get to your, your 3 gajillions. This is what I like the most, the displacement for the elevation. See, right in the middle where it hit, it's already created a crater that's 18,000 meters deep. What is that, like a 7-mile crater? I appreciate that there's no water depth anymore because, it immediately evaporated. It doesn't so much look as like a site of destruction. Instead, it looks like a power button for an iPhone. See how much deeper the displacement gets? No, stays right around 18,000 meters. That's not too bad. All right, now that we know what a proper meteoric fisting looks like, we can instead brush right past the Earth and see what happens. They really upped their visual game. This looks even more tumorous than it did before. All right, we'll start this at a nice, clean 10 light speed. There we go. I'm not sure what happened, but the Earth turned, really dark and brooding. Why the hell is it black and red? This is interesting. Several hundreds of years after the passing of the meteorite, Carl has turned into a giant cheese ball. I'm not exactly sure what the hell happened here, but for some reason, the temperature had gone up to 4,000 degrees Celsius, and now it went down. Okay, this is working a lot better than I thought. So I decided I would just throw the moon past the Earth at 10 times the speed of light. And again, just kind of have it, just barely touch. I don't think it's registered the hit yet. Never mind, it totally has. We already have 8,600 meters of destruction happening at the site of the impact. I'm sure everyone's fine. There's a lot of vapor being moved into the atmosphere. On the plus side though, the oceans are really deep where this thing's hitting because it goes from 2 kilometers to 7.5. Oh, game. Oh, are you pissed? Are you angry, Universe Sandbox? Are you gonna crash on me? Don't you crash on me, you bastard. Right there. That is the very moment that the moon passes by and commits a felony on the Earth. I have a feeling that in a short time, the Y God Earth over here will probably disintegrate, but at least we'll get a little bit of time to see what happens to the surface before then. Oh, we've got an impact site that goes down 11,000 meters now. If you live in one of the more temperate areas of Y God, You only have to deal with 600,000 degrees Celsius, like Miami. The moon is moving so fast at 10 times the speed of light that you can see it's actually turned into its own little star as it's brushed past. The amount of hydrogen gas on Earth is very quickly dropping. Okay, all the water just disintegrated. The mass of the Y God is starting to drop pretty quick. I have a feeling this poor bastard's gonna flatline fairly soon. On a side note though, we're holding at a nice temperate 428 million degrees Celsius. Under all that crap, this is what Y God actually looks like. It doesn't look that bad. It's interesting that the entirety of the planet's water is in the one area where the original impact was because it's so damn deep. There's no oceans anywhere else on the planet. Okay, maybe I'll hit it with something a little bit smaller. Ah, Pluto, perfect. That one relative that sends you the 99-cent Christmas card once every 8 years. We'll go for a nice clean 1,000 times light speed. Okay, I think I've got it so that Pluto will just barely graze by the Earth. All right, we hadn't hit Africa in a while, so I think this is gonna be perfect. All right, there's the initial. Okay. Well, I mean, I should have seen this coming, because I moved Pluto past the Earth at 1,000 times light speed. So I guess even a glancing blow is pretty bad. Interestingly, we've shaved about 10 kilometers off of Africa. I have a feeling the water depth is gonna change over there too. And by change, I mean it's all just water now because it removed all of the land mass. That's our deepest hit, 21,000 meters of depth. I can pull the Earth out of the vapor, but the vapor trail just follows it and it looks awesome. Actually, it kind of looks like an astral dildo or something. I'm still struggling to understand exactly how there's some ice thickness. You know, when the average surface temperature is starting to close on 700,000 degrees Celsius. Okay, so that we don't vaporize the Earth with the big stuff, I'm gonna throw little stuff, but we're gonna throw a bunch of them past the Earth. And we're gonna do it at 1 million times light speed. I can only imagine how many injunctions the Earth has on me in this point. All right, let's see what it does right about here. Okay, I don't think that we hit anything. How about here? All right, still missed. There? This image is getting darker. I'm not really 100% sure what's happening. Okay, so at 1 million times light speed, it's so fast that I have things dialed way back. And the damage is instantaneous. I have no idea what the hell we're doing to the topography of the Earth. I've basically just given it a set of breasts. I mean, I guess it could also be like some Simpson eyes. Can I like just barely, it's hard to brush past without directly hitting it like that. I'm slowly making the Olympics over here. Hold on, there we go. On the plus side, I'm reaching a new maximum temperature. At this point, we're way past like mid-August in Florida. We're at 800 million degrees Celsius. Can it get worse? No, somehow we went back in time. As I keep hitting the same spot, it keeps slowly drilling a hole through the center of the Earth. You can see the black spot get darker and darker. All right, the displacement is 20,000 meters. Come on, we can get deeper. I feel really good because when I shoot these for just a moment, my maximum temperature reaches the E area. Did you see it? Normally there would be a core here, but our composition is now just like gas, or I don't know what this middle is anymore. I shouldn't say gas at this point, it's just tears. Oh, I'm sorry, the Earth is now just a solid block of iron. This is okay, I can fix this. I think that we can put our own water on the Earth. Now that we've changed the very fabric of what the topography looks like. Hold on here. Here, water, here, Earth. Since you're crying, let me allow your tears to actually do something. My water will never get there in time. I'm gonna have to fire the water at 1 million times light speed as well. That may have been a bad idea. Damn it, I can't get any water depth. The second it touches the Earth, it turns into steam. I'm not gonna let you leave me, Earth. So, this is what Earth looks like now. I mean, I think it looks pretty awesome. You see there's a little water right there. This area is mostly just molten death. Ah, damn it, it disappeared. I just realized that whenever I rename the Earth to something, it gets slightly more depressed. I think it's because it knows it's at the end of its life cycle. Here, look, normal Earth, sad Earth. Boom. some of the clouds go away. I want to see if we can get deeper impact craters. You can now mess with the surface of the Earth. So I've made mountains on the Earth that go up to 100,000 meters in the air. And then some of the oceans are negative 175,000 meters. Unfortunately, Florida Man is no more because it's now under 70 miles of ocean. The bottom half of the Earth is also so high that it makes Canada look warm. Don't mind me, I'm doing a little Bob Ross style painting here, just to make the Earth a little bit cooler, before I try something with black holes moving past it at 1,000,000 times light speed. I appreciate that now that I can change the elevation with the laser, you can really personalize your Earth before you destroy it. I don't want to go too crazy, so we'll just do 100 times the mass of the sun. This is one of those instances where, before I have this black hole go by, I think I'm going to go ahead and save this. I'm going to name this Earth Charles. Now this is the part of the picture that gets real difficult because you want that black hole. Just the tip touching the atmosphere, right like that there. That's hot. Since we're basically going to end the world this way, I might as well call this Kappa since it's all anyone's talking about. Oh hey, my God No is about 46,000 meters in the air. It's the most beautiful mountain range ever made. Our 1,000,000 times light speed black hole slowly moving across Africa. As usual, I didn't plan this, it just happens that way, okay? Oh, okay, it took a second. Now the Earth is starting to get pissed off. It passed through this whole damn area and only the right side of Africa gets nuked with 751,000 degrees Celsius weather. All right, the water depth is going down real quick as all the water evaporates. The temperature here starting to spread a little bit to the right. See, Kappa passed by. It's not that bad. All these YouTubers are saying that it was going to be much worse, but we're only at, 4 million degrees Celsius. It's starting to displace the matter of the Earth at this point at about 2,500 meters. I would speed things up, but I'm actually a little afraid. See, look, a huge part of the Earth is trying to follow. It's like, Kappa, wait, no. Kind of starting to look like a galactic oversized sperm. I was wondering if there was going to be any Earth left underneath this. There's not. David Blaine style, the Earth is effectively gone. I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping that a black hole passing by the Earth at 1,000,000 times light speed would have left it, at least in a little bit of one piece. Just trying a slightly smaller, a slightly smaller black hole. I thought maybe it would cause less damage. I'm also somewhat curious to see if, as we peel the layers of the God No Charles onion, it changes the elevation. It does. It's peeling away all the part of the surface of the Earth. I managed to get it right, going right past the God No. So now it's so evident in the displacement layer. This is awesome. It's like galactic finger painting. Look at it go. On a side note, it is at a fairly cool 172,000 degrees Celsius. See how the elevation just barely changes as more and more of the Earth is slowly ripped away. It's actually ripped my God No apart. Come on, Earth. I just need you to survive one black hole passing by. This isn't too much to ask. All right, at this point, the black hole has ripped about 20,000 meters out of the Earth. Florida, sadly, has been vaporized, but, the rest of the world's still in one piece. All right, let me go ahead and speed things up here just to see what happens. I think we're finally gonna do it. I think one time we may have part of the Earth left. Okay, now the Earth just has to deal with all... Son of a bitch. The Earth may be gone, but this 142 kilometer fragment that's, 76,000 degrees Celsius is still enough for Florida Man. I will rename this to Florida. Well, it's gonna be it for this episode of Universe Sandbox 2. What the hell just happened to Florida? Hey folks, till next time. Stay foxy, much love.